All right, let's go ahead and get started. This is something different. You know, we like to paint different stuff. This is something different that we're painting today. This is acrylic paint. I put this on here. I really wanted to just define these, but I had some left that I just threw it on here just so I wouldn't waste it, basically. I'm going to throw a bunch of colors here and there and everywhere like I normally do. And then I'm going to take a brush, I'm going to blend it. I pre-mixed some colors here. This is white, brown, and yellow ochre to make a tan color. And then I just put a little raw umber in it over here just to make it a little darker in case I need it for something. This corner, I'll need it. Yeah, I painted this picture several years ago. I got it sitting right over here. This one's going to be different than that one, though. I can already tell you that. But yeah, I put this acrylic on here so I don't lose my marks. That's really why I do it. Let's go ahead and put some of this over here. I think I want the sun to be coming down this way. I want this wall here to actually be a little darker. That's why I got this darker shade made. I want that to be like a corner, so to speak. And this is what I normally do. I like my colors varied and mixed up real well, so I'll just take a bunch of these colors, put in here. I'll just go ahead and paint over them rails. And then I'll take a 1-inch brush and I'll mix things up. I like different colors. I'll put this is burnt sienna. I'll take a little bit of this and throw in here just to make it random. I don't want to use too much. I have a tendency, I like the color and I have a tendency to use it too much, I think. And if I think I'm using it too much, I probably am. You don't always need someone to tell you. If you think you're using too much, you probably are. Let me just get a 1-inch brush and I'll show you how I'm gonna mix this real quick, because you'll be on here watching this forever if I keep going like this. I'll have to do most of this off camera. Let me find me a 1-inch brush. And what I normally do is, this is what I do. I just, in case you've never seen any of my videos, just to give it a nice random mix. We're just putting color on the canvas is all we're doing. Just color on the canvas. This is not the finished product by no means. We just want something down here so we can get to work on it. So this don't have to be pretty. We just want it mixed up. Or if you don't have every hole filled like I don't worry about it. We're going over it again. This is just the starter colors. I mean, I may even take a towel, which I probably will, because I want to finish. I would like to try and get most of this done by tomorrow. And just wipe this off, because all we want is a stain. We just want it stained. This is a little darker, and that's okay. I was wondering about using this brush on this, but it's okay to do. Just randomly mix things up. I'll even take some more colors and put in here in a little bit. I don't want this to be stone today. I want this to be like stucco, if you know what stucco is. And that's it. I mean, this is what we do. See, we got these nice random colors in here, and that's what we want. All right, I'm going to finish putting some color down across on all this, even these. This is acrylic. And that'll give us a good start. I'll be back. Yeah, guess what I'm still doing? Yep, still putting color down on the canvas. I just want to keep you informed on what I'm doing here. I want to have some flowers over in here. So this, I've actually brought this over too far. It's no big deal. I'm just trying to get the collar down where I want it, and then we're going to take our 1-inch brush and mix it up. I had some pink left over on my palette. Instead of wasting it, I just threw it in here. It just don't make no difference. I want this random. Just random stuff. And I'm starting with light and I'm getting darker as I'm coming down. That's what I'm trying to do anyway. I'm going to take some burnt sienna and throw in here randomly. I really like that color. It's like a mixture, look, almost looks like rust. It's like a mixture of red and brown. Red and brown is, to me, is a good color. But I want it kind of random. And since I don't have any Prussian blue out, yeah, let me see how this looks. This might be too dark. This is raw umber. I'll put a little raw umber down here in these corners because I want these dark anyway. It won't hurt nothing. I'll mix these up last. I didn't put any Prussian blue out because I didn't think I needed it, but now I realize I do need it. Let's see, yeah, that's okay. Actually, let me take this and re-sketch this. I think this went down this way. I want all this to be flowers. Every bit of this area right here. So this dark is okay because this will be dirt. Dirt with other colors in, mixed in. All right, I just wanted to show you what I was doing there. I'm going to get some Prussian blue for the bottom area here. But I'm just going to get some Prussian blue and I'm going to mix all this up and I'll be back. All right, I got a change of plans here. I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to make this back wall a stone wall. It fits the picture anyway, but I wasn't going to do it. But I can't get this wall to look the way I want it to. So it's time for plan B. You got to always have a plan A, a plan B, and sometimes a plan C. So far we're on plan B. I'm just using burnt umber. I'm basically marking these out. That's what I'm doing. I'm just putting marks. You want them different sizes, you want them random, but you do not want small ones. You'll be here forever. You don't want your stones too small. Put one there. Yeah, that's pretty much all we're doing is just marking them out. You don't want them pretty. I mean, you don't want them perfect. I'm gonna have a bush right here is why I'm not. Maybe I'll come down to here and over to there. I think my bush back in here will cover most of that. Yeah, don't do real small stones. I mean, you don't want them gigantic, but you don't want them real small either. As far as I know, I'm just going to do this wall. As the painting continues, I'll see what happens. But I think this is all I really want. It is all I want, but I might need more. You just have to kind of go with the flow. Even though I do have something to look at, it doesn't look like this, I can promise you. Because I've done that painting several years ago and it's okay. It's just an idea, basically. I'm gonna try to make this one quite a bit better. Let's bring that one up. But this is all I'm doing. This will take me a few minutes. I got a sidewalk right here. And I'm just gonna keep doing this and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back again. I went ahead and put some stuff right here. I'm definitely not finished with this. This is going all the way across to right here. Got bushes here, bushes here. I'm kind of running out of things to do today. I want this to dry overnight before I work on anything else. But I can work on this area here. I'm just taking random colors. I want these to look like pavers or just random stones. And I got a filbert brush and I'm just kind of smooshing things in. Let's change the color a little bit. I just want random stones. The light's coming down this way. I want this a little brighter over in here, so I'll put some of this over in here. This is burnt sienna I'm grabbing now. It needs to be getting darker as you're coming towards yourself, as you're coming toward the bottom. Just, like I said, just grabbing just different things. I'll throw some of this here and there. Oh, let's take, this is some brown. It's pretty dark. We don't want to get too dark yet. We're getting close. It can be dark right in here probably. I'm gonna have some flowers in this area and it's gonna probably be sticking up and covering some of that. Probably wouldn't hurt to be dark right here next to this edge for a shadow. But this is how I make these old time in pictures like this. I don't know if this is an Italian scene, Mediterranean scene. It's whatever you want it to be scene. But this is the kind of stones I typically use a lot of times because I like them. I mean, they're pretty easy to make. I like them. Do what you like. I mean, you know, we're not the so-called professionals. We do this for enjoyment. You know, none of my stuff's going to wind up in a gallery. And that's okay. I do it because I enjoy it. And I try to make other people, or help other people to enjoy it too, especially if you're trying to learn to paint. So whatever makes you happy. I mean, as long as it looks good, as long as you're happy with it. Oh, let's take, I really don't want to get into blue yet. Prussian blue. I like Prussian blue down in here. I'll just do some red down in here and it'll be mixed up here in a minute. Red's a foreground color in case you didn't know, and it does look good in the foreground. Let me get some more burnt sienna. It's not quite as red. It has a reddish orangish tone, but it's not quite as red as alizarin crimson, which is what this is. And you can throw one here and there up in here too. You know, we're going to go over this anyway. Just kind of mix things up a little better. This is Prussian blue. And I'll throw a little brown in here too, just to kind of dull things down. Brown dulls colors really well. If you don't want something real bright, add you a touch of brown to it. That'll fix your problem. Yeah, if you got a problem with I use brown all the time just for that purpose, just to dull a color down. If I don't want it real bright, man, it'll work. This is the Prussian. I'm just randomly grabbing stuff. I'm not going to take a 1-inch brush and mix this up. This is the look I'm wanting right here. Cobblestone look. Okay, I'm gonna just work on this, refine this a little bit better, and I'm probably done for the day, and I will see you tomorrow and we'll work on this some more. All right, I've decided to put stone across the entire back wall. I didn't like the way it was looking, so that's what we're doing. Let me show you how I do it. Some people know, they've seen my videos, others don't. The sun's coming down this way. These are finished. These are not. These are three-dimensional and not flat. This is flat. We don't like flat. In the bottom left area, we're going to take some raw umber or a dark color, whichever you prefer. And in the bottom left area, we're just going to do some darkness. This will give it a shadow effect, since the sun is coming down this way. I'll do 3 or 4 of them here for you. Let's do one more right here. I'm using 3 different brushes. That was my dark brush. This is my light one. This is yellow, ochre, and white. And in the upper right area of the block, we're going to make it lighter. All the way across the top, down the right side, and a little in the middle. Just a little more. Yellow, ochre, and white. And then I'll show you what I do with my third brush. I got a third brush. It has nothing on it. You want to keep it clean. All I'm doing is lightly touching it, and I'm just making it softer is all I'm doing. I'm just barely touching it. Just kind of blending it together a little bit just to soften it. Keep your brush clean. This is just to soften. See? That's how you do it. I'm going to finish these out. I left some of this empty because I'm going to put stuff in here, bushes and trees hanging down a little bit. But I'm going to finish that and I'll be back. Well, as you can see, we got quite a bit of work still to do here, but I went ahead and I'm starting to put some bushes in here. I'm going to have some bushes or flowers back here. Going to have a big bush with flowers here. Right here in this corner, I am taking cerulean blue, and we're just forming bushes is what we're doing. I think we probably want one right here. We're just forming things up. This is just cerulean blue. I think blue would look good in this corner down here. I was going to put red, but I want red right here. So we're just throwing stuff in here. Yeah, I want it kind of dark right there. I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to take a little bit of white and just kind of try and brighten this up a little. Remember, the sun's coming down this way. That's critical that you remember that. If you paint. If you don't paint, I guess it don't matter. But if you do paint, man, that's some critical stuff to remember there, which direction your sun's coming in. I think that probably looks pretty good right there. And back here, I think I might just use green for some of this. Maybe put some green and blue in this. I got my granddaughter's brush again. It's real small. Let me pick my palette up for you. But this is what I'm doing. We got a lot of work to do still. These kind of paintings take a while. I mean, I'm not joking about that. They really do. I'm just going to put a little greenery in here. Just green it up a little bit, leave some dark showing. This is why we put dark in here. You can't just put a green bush. You have to have darkness, and that goes for anything. You gotta have darkness down. You can't just throw in green. If you want to make a green tree, you just don't start with green. You have to start with darkness, because it shows the light. This right here, I may use a bigger brush. Gosh, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, that's a small area. I don't want to get it on everything. Let's try it. Green and yellow. Let's just see what we can do here. Green and yellow. I just want the indication of some green. I'll come back with highlights here in a minute. I just want some greenery. Some greenery, that's all we're after right now. I think I'll put something blue right in here maybe. Still got to do the top, still got to do this. We got a lot of work to do. Anyways, I just want to show you what I was doing. And I'm going to finish these and start on this probably next. And maybe finish that, I don't know. We'll be back. All right, I'm back. I've been working on these bushes down here. I'm gonna, and I put some highlights on that. I'm gonna put some highlights on this right here, some yellow. One of my favorite colors. Cad yellow light. I want the sun to be catching the bottom edge of this. Maybe some right in here. Probably not much of nothing right over in here. Let's just start right here. I think the sun would be clipping it. Just use your imagination, but I do think the sun would be hitting some of this right in here. I'm just touching it just randomly here and there. Yeah, this painting here takes some work. I want to put I think I'm gonna put some flower pots on top of these. Maybe one here, maybe a little small tree. I'm not sure yet. As your painting develops, you figure these things out. It's just like I wasn't going to put this stone wall in here. But I didn't like the way my wall was looking, my original idea. So you just change it. Plan B. And hopefully plan B works. If not, plan C. And if that don't work, I don't know. You might have to start over. Oh, trust me, I've started over plenty of times. Everybody has that's painted. Sometimes you just can't do it. Just ain't working out. But then you just try it again. Don't give up. If you're new to painting, don't give up. Just keep going, man. Practice. That's what it's all about. Just like anything. Practice, practice, practice. I do think the sun is clipping some of these right here. Maybe right here a little bit. Don't hurt to put a little yellow up in there anyway, because you know the sun may be reflecting somewhere, who knows. I think I'm gonna put some right here. Just some. If you notice, I start on my outer edges and work in. This paint here's pretty dry. This is the next day. I started on this yesterday. So this paint here that I'm touching is not really wet. I mean, it's wet, but not bad. Yeah, I think that's probably pretty good right there. Now let me see if I can find me a flower pot making brush. I still got to put some railing right here. There's railing that goes up here. I think I might want a flower pot here. For now, I think I'm just going to use some brown. Move these brushes and it may hold my palette, so I don't have to lean down in front of you. I think, now this is wet here. I think we want to put a flower pot right here. Put one there. I just did these blocks. I don't know if I want to mess around with that quite yet. I may have to let this painting sit for another day. And then I can put my flower pots up here and put some stuff hanging down. But anyways, I'm just going to keep chugging along. I may work over here a little bit. This is about a 3-day paint. I mean, not 3 full days, just an hour here and an hour there. Because you have to let some things dry before you continue sometimes. Anyways, I'm just going to keep chugging along here and I'll bring you back. All right, I went ahead and got my flower pots in. We're going to put some flowers on there now. Let's take some black, some Prussian blue. We want to make it dark first. We're just going to flip these things in here. This is all still wet. Might even want to put more black than anything. I'm going to bring these down pretty good. It might be far enough right there. See, this is all wet behind here, so I'll have to have little darker colors in here. Make it show better. I'm actually just grabbing black right now. It's probably good for that one. Let's hit the other one now. Black and Prussian blue. I think I want to make these the same color. I'm thinking pale purple. I kind of like that color pretty well. Pale purple. At least that's what I'm thinking at the moment. As we know, everything's subject to change, and that's okay. To have it a little darker, where that paint's wet underneath. It's not dark enough for me. I like it darker, especially right in here. Let's go ahead and do that little one down there. We're just going to whip something in here, right or wrong. A little more black than blue, apparently. That don't look too bad. I like it. Okay, let me get me some collars put together here and I'll bring you back. Well, just like we always do, we're taking our cad yellow light and we're highlighting what we think the sun is before we put our flowers on. Whatever we think the sun is hitting is what we are highlighting. We're working our way down. See, that looks really nice right there. With no flowers, so it looks, to me, that looks fine. Let's get this one right here. As I said, whatever we think the sun is hitting, this is where the highlights are going to be. And you got to keep wiping your brush off each and every time. Each and every time. Because we just put these in there a few minutes ago. So it's really wet. Yeah, I think those look pretty decent. Okay, let's get some flowers. I got some pale purple here. Let's see how well this is going to work. This is real wet. This is cheap paint here. This comes out of a tube, a small tube, in a set. So let's see how we can get this to stick or not. So far it's sticking with a little work. Let's go ahead and put some over here for now. Yeah, that was a nice one. Here's one. Here's one. Let's put one right here. That's 4. Let's put one right here. Make 5. Pretty big flowers, aren't they? Put another one right here. Man, I really gobbed that one on. Oops. Let's put one right there. Now for that one, let's make that cerulean blue. Because that just so happens I have quite a bit left. Let's use it on something. One there, one there. There. Let's put one here. Let's put one there. There. Let's put a couple more. Let's put one right here. And one right here. And we can see them real well. And I'm just going to finish this up. I'm going to take some white and put on here, and then I'll be finished with those. I'll be back. All right, folks, it looks like a wrap. I really like it. I like how it turned out. Hey, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe for more future videos. And thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.